Most people leave thousands of dollars in their checking account doing absolutely nothing. Zero interest, no growth, just sitting there losing value to inflation. And I used to do the same until I discovered a very simple way to make risk-free money every single day. Well, that's called a high-yield savings account. A high-yield saving account is like a regular account but with one key difference. It pays interest on your money. You can't use it for payments, cards, or transfers. It's purely designed for saving. But when it's used correctly, it plays a key role in protecting your money and building stability. In the last couple of years, high-yield accounts have been gaining a lot of attention. So let's break down how do they work, when they make sense, what kind of return you can expect from them, and why they're such a great tool for short-term saving. So let's start by talking what kind of different types of high-yield savings account do exist. There are three types. First, the locked or fixed term account. In this option, you commit your money for a set period of time, usually between 12 to 60 months, and in exchange, you get the best interest rates. During that time anyway, you can't touch your money. This solution is great if you're saving for something specific with a set timeline. The second type is the flexible option, with no lock-in. You can withdraw your money anytime you want, which is great for emergencies or short-term goals, but the rates in this case are way lower. The flexibility anyway can make it worth it. Then there is finally the last option, the semi-flexible accounts, and well, these try to offer the best of both worlds. They offer higher rates with some possibility to withdraw your money. Early withdrawals anyway come with penalties or reduced returns. Choosing the right option only depends on your specific goals. For example, let's say you have a planned expense within the next 1 to 3 years. Maybe you need to change car, or maybe you need to make a down payment for a house. Well, leaving that money in a saving account is gonna make it lose value to inflation. A high-yield account instead helps you protect it and gets your return, without the risk, of course, that comes with investing. Another perfect use case is building your emergency fund, which is a topic I covered in the previous video. I'm gonna leave you guys the link into the description, and I'm gonna leave you the video right here. Anyway, we were saying, if you want your money to stay safe and accessible, but still grow a little, a flexible, high-yield saving account is probably the best option. It's low risk, it's accessible, and earns more money than let it sit idle. And if you're just getting started managing your finances, it's one of the best starting points. And that's because it works, it's safe, it doesn't require any knowledge about investing, and it's basically risk-free. Let's be clear, in fact. High-yield saving accounts are not investments. They are better seen as a store of value tools, and that's because their returns are tied with central bank interest rates. And while they are attractive now, they can change and they can do it very quickly. They usually don't beat inflation over time because in general they are built for stability, so it doesn't really make sense considering them investments. But on the other hand, yes, they are incredibly safe. Most high-yield saving accounts, in fact, are insured by national deposit protection systems. In the US, for example, the FDIC protects your savings up to $250,000. In most countries anyway, it's more around $100,000. So unless both your bank and country are collapsing, your money is safe. Let's talk about numbers now. As I said, returns depend on central bank policies, but in 2024 and 2025, rates have been quite attractive. Some accounts offer up to 4 to 5% if you lock in your money for a set period of time, and that's a very solid return for something considered so safe. If you go with a flexible option, rates usually range between 2 and 3.5%, depending on the provider and on the country. It might not be life-changing, but it's basically risk-free, guaranteed income on money you weren't using anyway. So, is a high-yield savings account worth it? Well, absolutely, if you're just saving for short-term goals, if you're trying to build an emergency fund, or you just want your money to grow quietly while you figure out your next steps. But if you're looking to build long-term growth and wealth, a savings account alone won't get you there. That's what investing is for. And that's exactly what I will cover in the next video, in which I will finally explain what an investment is. If you would like me to create a yearly breakdown comparing the best options on the market, let me know in the comments. And if you found this helpful, I would highly appreciate if you would hit the like and subscribe button. Thank you for watching, and see you in the next one. Bye. how do